Greetings and salutations, my name is Deku Druid, and today we will be playing some more of Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War. Last time we left off with Mission 5, we got into the thick of it and we discovered the Eldar. So we have two threats to face now, and we're still pursuing the mystery of the six-sided star. More importantly, we proved to that know-it-all Inquisitor that they are actually here, and we got to see Gabriel give some sass. So, let's jump straight into it today. We'll be continuing on, and let's see what happens.
Under the orders of Inquisitor Toth, the citizens of Tartarus have begun a mass exodus of the planet. Such an action can lead to disaster in the best of situations. But the reports reaching my ears are ones of planet-wide hysteria as the population makes its pilgrimage to the two main spaceports. Convoys of transports and civilians on foot are being plagued by attacks from Orc forces. Stretched thin, the Imperial Guard is barely keeping order in the major population centers, sacrificing their lives long enough to hold back the green tide of the Orcs. They are truly warriors of the Emperor. I wish for nothing more than to be able to join them in this noble cause. But I cannot deny my duty any more than they can deny theirs. We have found proof that the forces of chaos are operating on the planet of Tartarus. Isidore has found evidence on the blasphemous altar that indicates they may be headed towards Mount Korath, an old mountain located dangerously close to an area of heavy Orc activity. I have requested a regiment of Imperial Guard from Colonel Brom to help cover our approach. I regret asking when the Colonel's forces are already stretched to the breaking point. But there are greater things at stake now.
Exalted Farseer, the humans are moving, traversing the slope as you predicted. They are walking into our trap.
Yes, but you can never ambush a space marine. Remember that. They expect treachery at every turn. You can only validate their suspicions.
Your orders?
We have locked the humans into this path as they have locked us into ours. They know they enter a gauntlet, and they will likely drag us into it as well. Now we play our parts, and pray that we are the better actors.
Are you certain?
Yes, the path to Mount Korath. This is where the altar said we must go. Why? Do you question my findings?
I do not question your abilities, brother librarian, but I do question their tactical sense. That mountain pass is the perfect location for an ambush.
Listen to the distrust in his voice. He probably calls you mutant behind your back, but he fears your divinity, your power. You must put the child at ease.
I do not deny that this is likely a trap, which is all the more proof that our enemy lies in this direction.
Very true, old friend. Stay alert and follow my lead. I want no mistakes.
Agreed.
Scouts, are you in position?
Yes, my lord. We have discovered the location of the first Eldar forces.
We must find a way to overcome this Eldar strike force before we can scout out a good location to stage our field operations.
Alrighty, from the looks of things, we got ourselves a little expeditionary force here, and we'll be making our way into enemy-infested territory. Interesting. I wonder if this will be like a mission where we have to rely on tactical acumen and stuff, like to avoid losing our troops. Ooh. Galliochi. This might be trickier than I thought. I hope we do actually get a base, because already my assault marines are getting absolutely destroyed. I know I'm probably being unfair to them, but I just don't really see the means for assault marines too much. I mean, they are very niche when compared to like other forces and stuff. Like, if I wanted to go into melee combat, I'd rather just have a dreadnought, in all honesty. I'm sure I know like a dreadnought's more expensive and requires a completely different building, but like expense-wise, it's probably better off in the long run, I imagine.
It is better to die for the Emperor.
We might need
than
to
live
play a
for
bit
yourself.
safe and head away from the actual forces, or maybe try guerrilla tactics just to not get bogged down in too much open combat. Otherwise, we might take too
This
many losses.
structure is a webway portal. The Eldar use them to quickly travel from one location to another. We must destroy any webway portals we find to limit the Eldar's mobility.
Even in death, I still serve.
A sound tactical stratagem. As if I I would leave anything. We are the Blood Angels. No, wait, Blood Ravens. Don't want to make that mistake. We are the Blood Ravens, and we don't leave enemy forces standing.
This is a good location to establish a field base. Gabriel to the Litany of Fury. Lock on my location and prepare to drop HQ. Now.
Oh yeah, we are getting a base, thank God, because I had not really been very structurally safe with my guys, so it's good we are getting a base out of this.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Something tells me this is going to be a lengthy mission. Just the openness of the map so far has given me that indication that we're going to be in for a real big slugfest.
Into battle.
Well, yeah, no. All right, I'm gonna change my whole mindset for this mission.
On alert,
We're just gonna focus heavily
enemy
on
must be
resource
nearby.
gathering to begin with, because if it is gonna be a long, drawn-out battle, and the map is as big as I think it is, it's gonna be
Yes,
an
my
uphill
lord.
battle to start off with.
Yes,
But once
my
we
lord.
get some momentum going, we should be good.
Scouts advance.
I completely forgot about these scouts, but that's okay.
This day
Yeah,
shall
no.
be a glorious
We'll.
one for the
I'm just a
Imperium.
little bit nervous that to begin with, we're gonna have to.
Today,
We're
the
probably
enemy
not going to
shall
be
know
in the
fear.
best position to start off with, but we can easily come back as long as we. I've noticed that with previous battles that as long as we have time to get armor and stuff up,
Search
we're
commencing.
pretty much
Enemy
hard to
intelligence.
force.
The Emperor protects.
Jesus,
For terror.
this is going to be a long level.
Ever vigilant. Cleanse, purge, kill.
Now that we have established our field base, we must continue through the mountain pass on foot. Expect heavy resistance. Make sure you move cautiously and keep the field base protected at all times.
I stand ready.
Yeah, before
While
we
the
do
enemies
any
of the Emperor
exploration,
still draw
we're going to
breath,
focus mainly on getting the base secured firsthand, because
I
I haven't I haven't really lost yet, and I don't want this to be the level where I start, especially not to the Eldar. I would have respected losing to the Orcs more than the Eldar.
To the rally point! Yes, my lord.
That's a bad idea. Why would you run at them? Because I've set you to do that, because I'm an idiot.
I await your instructions.
Regrouping.
I exist to
am the
serve.
instrument
Take
of
the
his
rally
will.
point at your
Yikes.
to the sky.
Walk softly. Carry a big
Blood broken.
I shall obey.
My lord, I have arrived at your request.
We need you to cover the eastern pass. The combat that is occurring here will likely
Die for
attract the
Emperor
Orc
than
forces
live for
nearby.
yourself.
We cannot afford their
Returning to battle.
interference.
I understand.
It is
You can
better
count
to
on the
die
Imperial
for the
Guard to
Emperor
hold this
than live
pass.
for yourself.
No orcs will get by us.
Keep me appraised of the situation.
Yes,
If
Lord?
possible, I will provide you assistance
I await
if
your
the Orcs attack.
instructions.
Yes, my lord.
Ah, so it's going to be a two-way melee. Understood. I wonder if, like in the last level, the orcs will be fighting the Eldar too, because if so, that'll make this mission a little bit quicker.
Yes, most
If not, then it's definitely gonna be a long mission, I feel. Right now, it's just gonna be a matter of getting the base set up before we do anything else. Now, I remember from earlier on when we were defending the city of, oh, what was it? I feel bad, I can't remember anymore. Well, the city a few levels earlier, that the Imperial Marines ain't that great. Like, they've really,
At your command.
not to shit on the Adeptus Militarum, but they weren't too great. They were getting shredded pretty easily by the orcs, so I'm not sure how well they'll hold that other point for us, but hopefully they do a pretty good job, and they buy us enough time that I can support them. But yeah, we'll get this base set up, and then we'll worry about other things when we have the opportunity to worry about them. As it stands, we'll cover this path with the squads and the Dreadnought. That should hopefully be enough to keep the Eldar at bay. I mean, if they get close enough to melee, the Dreadnought can wreck them, and as long as he's got the heavy auto turret on him, he's actually an anti-infantry machine. These guys haven't even really progressed that far, and they're killing their own units. Oh, heavens to Betsy. I'm trying really hard not to swear. It's an old game. I want to go ahead and say that again. The whole reason I'm doing a playthrough of this is because I believe old games still have a lot of quality to them and value, and they are still fun to play. But right now, having the Astra Militarum, literally, okay, they're all dead. They killed all of them. This is why so many people need to be conscripted into the Adeptus Militarum. Holy shit, they're all dead! No worries. No worries. It's not that bad. We can work around it. Yeah. I'm not freaking out about how long this level's gonna be now. At least the armor survived, okay? There's armor, we can work with that. They can hold off the orcs with the armor, I will just, I don't know, I'll make some more tanks or something and get them over there to help them.
Taking damage.
Okay. The plan hasn't changed. We're going to use the Assault Marines to do the capturing of the points because again, like I've said multiple times, they don't really... I'm not liking them, they're too niche. I'm sure they're great in melee, but unfortunately we haven't really had an opportunity to fight in melee yet.
Yes.
Oh, dearie me, do I got control of me some tanks? Okay. So that's where, I'm assuming that means the orcs will be coming from over there, which is fine, and actually a jolly good show, because that means I just have to defend that area. But I can't build a base there yet, so we'll work around that. They're not moving till I get that point. So says I. Now, you can regroup when I get my point. Stand strong. Yep, good job, move. You can leave now. Run away, run away, run away! These guys can stay here in case any of the orcs try to get up close to the tanks and they can melee them. There we go. That's a job for the Assault Marines. They are now no longer useless. They have guns, they can use them before they get into melee. Because, you know, bullets, they work.
Yes, Lord.
Alright.
As you ask.
Let's get this done.
I am the instrument of his will.
I want to get that Dreadnought repaired, so we're going to need to make another one of our servitors. One of our nice little lobotomized workers and get them to go and do things.
What is your will?
That's the orcs taken care of. Something tells me that is just the warning wave. That's the game saying, hey, here's where they're going to come from. Which is nice of the game to do, but now I'm worried about
Here
what else
to
is going to
serve.
come from there. Ah, panic!
Command
We're
me.
off to kill the wizards,
his
the
word.
wonderful Eldar wizards and witches.
will
I know
crush
the,
those who stand before me.
Imperium calls all of the,
Flying targets.
refers to, the alien psychers as witches and wizards and stuff. Foul Xeno Witch! This is a wonderful view. In highlight, it allows me to see the people that I'm brutally murdering in silhouette.
Here to serve.
I am
Yeah.
the instrument of his
Now
will.
that the base is secure, though, it's time to engage in the second part of our plan. Ah, filthy heretic tactics! You know, now that we've got the bases set up and the orc situation for the moment stemmed, we'll actually start exploring a little bit. Mainly, not for the actual completion of the game, mind you, but because I need some goddamn resources. Some emperor-be-damned resources.
Fate is eternal.
Some Gork and Mork-be-damned resources. Also, I just wanted them to stop attacking me from this northern flank, because it was getting tedious to get 3 notifications saying I'm being attacked by
Yes,
Eldar, and orcs. Can't attack me if you're dead, though, can ya? Yeah, so the main focus, the main
Taking heavy fire.
objective for our Dreadnought and these squads here, they're going to be our expedition. They're going to be, like I said in the beginning, an expeditionary force. We'll use them to scout and eliminate targets as we go. But, ooh, can we do this? Might need to get some rockets. But we'll see how they do, because the Dreadnought's doing work right now. We are taking some sizable hits to morale.
Better to die for the Emperor than
Yeah,
live
yeah, let's
for
fall back.
yourself.
We must fall back.
By his word, I will be there soon. I will purge the unclean.
Okay, we might need...
Faith is eternal.
Okay, so the Eldar do use close-range tactics. They have their Banshees and all that other crap, which means we're going to be dealing with long-range anti-personnel, medium-range anti-personnel, and up-close anti-personnel. I haven't really seen too much evidence yet from them of anti-vehicles or anti-heavy infantry,
I will crush those who
but
stand
they probably
before
have
me.
it. But for now, they mostly seem to have an army that consists of mostly anti-infantry. So our objective for the time being is going to be... Flamers are good. Flamers will work on them, as seen by the fact that their moral just immediately shatters as soon as they get close to us. So, I don't want to get rid of the Flamers yet, but
Is eternal.
we might need to get another squadron or something, just to compensate for the buildings and the stationary turrets they had.
Yes, most beneficent
Like,
one.
we need the upgrades to do so, though, but we can't get those without some more resources. Oh, tricky.
Identifying
Round 2! Let's go!
at last.
Nothing has changed. Not really, but, since we managed to lure their troops back before and massacre them, now we just have to worry about their buildings. And luckily for us, their buildings burn.
I will crush those who stand before me.
Well, not really, given by how much damage the flamers are actually doing there, but, you know. Bolter fire does more. We can just punch them to death with a massive friggin' automaton of death. Boom! Resource point. That's what we came here for. Yeah, we are absolutely chomping through resources at this point in time, but that is to be somewhat expected. So I can't be too frustrated. Because I did, you know. Maybe I should be more, I don't know.
This day
I feel like I should be a bit smarter with how I use my Marines and stuff, because I really do burn through quite a few requisition
Here
points.
to serve. Yes, Lord.
But then, you know, I wouldn't be able to have as many cool big battles if I didn't burn through my requisition points, so...
Initiated.
Meh.
Build routine 7
This is it.
Initiated.
This is gonna be this whole level.
Praise
Just
the Emperor.
capturing and then immediately securing every single resource point I can get my hands on. Oh. I mean, you know, it's to be expected, I guess. It's what we play harder levels for.
Take me into battle.
There's a lot of notifications this round. Ooh.
I will be there soon.
Got some new recruits.
The Emperor, you're here. I think Command forgot about us.
How long have you been here?
About a week.
You held this position for a week. By yourselves?
Yes, my lord. We've seen some pretty freaky stuff, too.
As you wish.
Come on. We'll show
Yes,
you.
Lord.
I really want to focus on our guardsmen friends there, but apparently the Eldar have gotten smart to the powers of tanks. Which is great, because now I have to deal with the tanks and the orcs.
Here to serve.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, Lord.
They probably died, didn't they? Oh well. That's what I get for splitting my focus.
To me, my brothers. I will crush
Back to
those who
base.
stand before me.
Quick, we'll show you. Immediately gets gunned down by some Eldar stalkers just hiding in the shadows. Jesus. Not my best showing, but it is what it is. That's my mistake, pushing up before I had the area secured. I should have definitely had like the listening post upgraded and turrets. Oh, they did survive. They made it all the way to there. Oh well.
I will crush those who stand before me.
I want to push up and see if like there's another like little piece of dialogue, but I'm immediately regretting this decision. Listening post should be able to handle them, hopefully.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
He says already retreating with his troops because he realized how stupid what he just said is.
I shall end you.
I think I have to say, like without a shadow of doubt, the Dreadnought is easily my favorite unit in this entire game so far. On the Space Marines side, I just... There hasn't been a point yet where the Dreadnought has really let me down.
Here to
And
serve.
it's just so versatile. Like, we haven't really got a chance to see, like, the other tanks aside from those Lehman Russ tanks up right now defending the orcs. Those technically belong to the Guard. As far as the Space Marines stuff goes, I have to give it to the Dreadnought, man. It just claps. Get it up close, it'll take out the vehicles and buildings. Get it at a distance, that anti-infantry turret gun arm, just... Look, I think it's a Stormbolter, truthfully. I don't actually know what it is exactly, because I've forgotten, because I am not, again, not smart. I play orcs to smack things. I don't need to remember names, it's a shooter! It shoots! See, they didn't even try to capture the point, so I think even the AI was surprised that my dumbass didn't defend that point.
Even in death, I still serve.
Right, boys and girls, change of plans. We're going to turn this little area into a Fort Knox.
At last, back to war.
I wonder if that saying would have any relevance in the 41st millennium, you know? Like, when you think about it, how much of Earth's history was just eradicated. I mean, religion was decimated. Like, I don't even know if any of the old cultures really exist. I'm assuming the Big E did, and those who, like, were his closest followers, because, you know, there's such blatant multiculturalism between the different sects. Right, just to recap, because I want to skip a lot of what just happened, because it was just building. We did a lot of the upgrades left over in the armory, and we built a secondary headquarters over by the orcs, simply so we're able to reinforce the area with turrets.
To me, my brothers.
And we're going to be moving to a sort of more transitionary deal with plan from now on, because we, as I was building our forward base over by the river, we just kept getting swamped by more and more Eldar, so from now on we're going to use Dreadnoughts to annihilate the webway gates as we move forward, because they'll be able to handle buildings, vehicles, and, you know, whatever infantry they should just throw at us. Just for that reason, that's why we've now got one of the Dreadnoughts equipped with the dual las cannon, and the other one is stuck with the heavy storm bolter or whatever machine gun that is.
Faith is eternal. To me, my faith is eternal. I will crush those who stand before me. Take me into battle.
Probably shouldn't have fought with them in the river, now that I... Again, my hindsight, bellissimo. My foresight, garbage.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
See, now we're actually using that flamer. Immediate difference. The moment we get into melee with the actual proper dreadnought, it's completely different. Yeah, that back there, that I don't even want to look at it because they seem to be hell-bent on swarming that one area, so that's been the entire time I was trying to prepare to like press on, they just kept swamping me with more Eldar, so now we're gonna have Gabriel and our favorite librarian chill over there while we just focus on using dreadnoughts to push forward on and attack every webway gate and little mini base we come across.
Identifying targets, it is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Don't know where that rocket was going, but it was going.
Even in death I still serve. I will be there soon.
You'll see like a lot of, yeah, but just giving you guys a quick glimpse, this is basically what we've upgraded, changed. Not that much in all honesty, but yeah. We also grabbed some Predator tanks just to support the guard ones because the orc numbers are just increasing the longer the game goes on, and that's not great because it means it's just another distraction from us finishing the level. So we re-supported that area with some Predator tanks as well as some basic Marines. And now that we've got a stronghold there, we can build servitors as needed to repair and replace things that break. But yeah, so I'm confident in our defensive capacities right now, but I still think it's going to be a bit of a slugfest to get through the rest of the level, but we'll see. So the assaults keep coming and they just don't stop coming. So we're gonna quickly scout out the rest of the map just to see what exactly our next goal should be. Again, the sole reason for this is because we just... I'm getting sick of hearing that alert, honestly. That's the main reason we're doing this. Yeah, they have just been attacking non-stop. So, we're holding them back, at least. Like, but the waves are getting more destructive in their nature. Not the Eldar ones so much. The Eldar ones are at best an annoyance. These Orc ones, though, are getting more and more deadly. So yeah, we're just going to use this land speeder here to try and scout out as much of the map as possible and give ourselves a good idea of where we should be focusing our efforts.
Approaching target. This has arrived.
In a different game, I would use like a faster unit, but like we don't really have anything faster than this land speeder, unfortunately. So he is going to have to do. Because yeah, I just want us to get an idea of everything that's hidden by the shadow of war, and there is a lot of it, but not for long. Okay, we got a resource point, we got some Eldar mechs, that's not too bad. A couple of dreadnoughts can probably thump them pretty hard, so that's as good a place as any. Just to try and get more resources and give us another area to set up. And that is why we got the armor. So yeah, we've got 3 dreadnoughts now, plus the Predator tank, so they should be able to easily handle any... Like, not anything. Like, honestly, if I run into a massive Eldar army, I'll pull back, but, like, the tiny little webway gate numbers and the numbers that have been defending the resource points, they should be able to sweep those. And if we find a big base, then it's fine if we pull back, because I know where the big base is then, and I can just attack it. And by attack it, I mean bomb it out of bloody existence.
Here to serve.
What a sweet dream that will be. Okay. So, The defensive perimeters, they're done. They're set up. They're perfect. Now it's just a matter of us pushing it. So, just stay hinged by bets in case there is a larger Eldar force. We've got 2 regular dreadnoughts, so assault dreadnoughts. They've got the, what I think is the heavy storm bolters. 1 Hellfire dreadnought with the las cannon and the rocket salvos, and 1 Predator tank, as well as a supporting retinue of Space Marines, so that we can capture points as we go. And yeah, just a reminder, this is still happening. It hasn't stopped happening. I'll give credit to this level for interesting premise. It is actually really intriguing to be playing as both defense and offense. I will say it's kind of funny to me that the orcs aren't going after the Eldar, like, at all. It would have been kind of funny to watch the orcs just sweep in and then go dead right and go punch up some elfy boys.
Here to serve. Yes, Lord.
But the strategy hasn't changed over here. It's still just as many turrets, tanks, servitors to repair them both. It is getting trickier though, I've noticed, and this could just be a wear and tear type thing, but every time a wave comes in, I've noticed it more and more, but like, they're just starting to get a little bit bigger, a little bit fiercer, and they're doing more and more damage that I can't just really hold up against. So it's going to be very important that I try to pay more attention down there, because if I lose too many tanks or something, then they're just going to sweep the area, and then it's going to become a lot more difficult to, well, do pretty much anything, actually. I don't want to have to divert more resources to defense. We've already got a not small amount of our vehicle pool down there, so it would be really inconvenient to supply more troops down there when I need them in other places. So we're gonna get this point secured now, and yeah, this is like I said earlier, this is the strategy. We are going to go, move forward, just keep pressing up. Every time we find a new point, we're gonna take it, secure it, just build upon it, then we'll keep going. Because truthfully, like I said, if we end up getting pushed into a corner, we're going to need all the resources we can get, but also it's just the Eldar's invisibility and teleportation thing. It's a really good idea just to have vision, because I don't need them sneaking up on things and being genuine pains in the ass at all times. So instead, we build defenses.
To me, my brothers.
Taking heavy fire.
Take me into battle. I will crush those who stand before me.
Other one bites the dust. Well, we'll bite the dust. I'm starting to think I should just, because of how long this level is taking, if I should just maybe montage, like, cut segments of each of the objectives just being completed. It's like, speed walkthrough of how to beat Dawn of War. That would be ridiculous, so. I got a bit more class than that. Right, well, I guess that's the western flank of this section covered. I was genuinely expecting more things to be there, but happy surprise that there isn't.
I await your instructions.
I will say this. I don't know why, because like I said, I think this is the level, if I remember correctly from my childhood, mind you, this was the level me and my brothers got up to. This right here, I don't know why the Eldar are here. Haven't beat the game yet. It's going to be an experience for both of us when we get past this section and I start remembering, nothing. Like, the nostalgia will die and then it'll be a fun new experience for me, but I do know this about the Eldar, and it's that they have the communication skills of a lobotomized mute. I assure you that wherever we're fighting right now, we don't need to be. Probably. Chances are we're on the same side, especially if there's chaos here, because Eldar and humanity have teamed up before to put the forces of chaos, you know, down. So, the only thing coming to my mind right now is, one, they're doing this because they're being a bunch of
unclean.
what's a nice way to say supremacists. But yeah, no, like whatever they're fighting, resisting against us for, I can tell you right now with almost 100% certainty that they could explain it in about 10 seconds probably. It'll be something stupid, I bet you, like there's a traitor amongst you, we don't know who it is, find them, or there's a, going off the fact that Chaos is here, there's a demon here somewhere on the planet, you need to kill it, something like that. Maybe there's some ancient Eldar relic that they want. That might be one of the few reasons they don't want to tell us, because, you know, we'd steal it. Because, we you know. Well, it's not that we're stealing it, it's more like we're requisitioning a powerful relic for the betterment of humanity, but, yeah.
Moving out. Moving out.
But if it's something stupid, like, them just trying to stop some chaos plot, and they're just throwing away their troops' lives like this, I will not be surprised in the slightest. Because I feel like that's... I think it's a used trope in the Warhammer 40k universe that Eldar are consistently
step on the road to disappointment.
Stubborn. They are just bullheaded to the extreme because of their whole, you know, being made perfect by greater beings, and we ruled the universe back when you were still monkeys type thing. I mean, for heaven's sakes, we're talking about a race of weird elf people who go around calling all of humanity monkai. But yeah, no, like, it'll be something. I can feel it in my bones. It'll be something stupid. On the matter of Eldar, I feel like it's fun to point out that I don't, while they're not my favorite race by any means, by any stretch, mind you, I don't mind the Harlequins. I like the way the Harlequins are depicted. I think, I don't remember where I heard it, but someone described one of the things they do as performing. And the example they used for this was they are the type of, they would literally wait for a door just to be about closed before firing their shot, or waiting for the apex, the crescendo of an enemy leader's speech before taking their shot. And that speaks to me, because that's dark. That's dark humor in the grimdark universe from a faction of dark elf clowns. Again, actually, that's a good point. I don't know. I don't think the Harlequins are linked with the Dark Elves or the Drukhari or whatever they're called, but I will say this. I like the idea of a bunch of elves that sustain themselves off dark humor for a laughing god. We perform on the stage of life, yada yada yada, and then, you know, it's funny because they're not performing some dramatic dance or some play like these. I'm assuming these are Craftworld Eldari, to be fair. I don't think they're the Exodites. I'm pretty sure they're not Exodites. They would have dinosaurs if they were Exodites. I don't know if that's, by the way, the case for all of them. I just remember some Exodites have dinosaur mounts. But, honestly, the idea, like, all these Craftworld people being all whimsical and, wow, we perform on the stage of life, yada yada. And then the Harlequin's like, oh yeah, we do too, except life's a stand-up act, and let's face it, we all want to be Fluffy. For those of you who are unaware, Fluffy is a stand-up comedian, pretty funny guy. Wears Hawaiian shirts. Cool dude. And another one. Wow, they just, I feel like at this point, I understand the tactical reasoning behind it for the Craftworld Eldari. Gameplay-wise, it's beginning to get on my nerves. Give me some Air Force! Some Valkyries! Something! I mean, sure, it might mean that the Orcs would have their Death Copters and their Storm Boys, but you know, for a chance to have some aerial reconnaissance at this point, on this level especially, I would take it. What's this? The Orcs are trying to try something new! That's a shame for them because they walked straight into my kill squad. I don't know, tabletop-wise or lore-wise, how effective this kill squad we have going here is, but I have to imagine it'd be pretty good. Like, a single dreadnought is a threat, like with a capital T. I mean, throw into that 2 more dreadnoughts to back it up, a squad who was armed with those. Again, I don't really know if the rockets have a name. I apologize. It's meant to be. I hope you guys take mercy on me when I don't know the names of everything. But like a squad of Space Marines with a sergeant, 3 dreadnoughts, 1 a Hellfire dreadnought, and a Predator tanks. I mean, I have to imagine that's either on the tabletop that would be an expensive and hopefully effective group. But like in universe, I imagine this would be a terrifying thing to see roll up on you, like just an armored retinue. Especially for these poor Eldar, seriously. I'm pretty sure in the lore they're described as a dying race. This is... I said it earlier, I'll say it again. If this is some stupid, like, misunderstanding bullcrap that could have been explained away in, like, a matter of seconds, I'm just gonna, like, shake my head in disappointment. I can't actually remember, I'm gonna have to throw this one out here again. Have the orcs ever really... I know there's a clan of orcs, or a tribe, that are very, more open-minded towards human-based thinking. Have they ever teamed up with humies? I know they can be used as mercs, apparently. What was their name? Damn it. Snake bites use animals. Bad moons, I think, are pirates. Thraka's clan kills everything.
I will purge the unclean by his word.
I can't remember the name, damn.
Take me into battle. Identifying targets.
Ah, what was it? Ah, never mind. I do that sometimes. That's honestly most of the times when you guys see cuts in these videos, it's my brain being stupid and going off on like a tirade or something like that where I just can't remember something and I have to resist the urge to alt tab to look it up because I'm terrified that my game will crap itself if I alt tab. Which, to be fair, is probably an unreasonable fear, but I don't want to risk it. It's, like I said, this is an old game running on a new computer, and I just don't want to put too much strain on it. I'd like my recording not to poop itself. Oh, I am doing my best to censor myself. I don't want YouTube to get angry at me. That would be a terrible way to start off this whole thing. It's like, yeah, I want to try being a content creator. Give it a shot, you know? It's like, too much bad language. It's like, oh, okay, well, that died quickly.
Yes, Lord.
I mean, to be fair, I am a strong believer that parents should be monitoring what their kids watch online. Like, there is some messed up crap on the internet. One only needs to spend like 40 minutes on Reddit to know that. Even less on some other websites, but yeah.
Those who stand before me.
Another thing I will point out is the different movement speeds of characters in this game is getting a tad annoying. I would prefer it if my dreadnoughts would walk in tandem, so I could have all my firepower rock up at the same time, instead of this sporadic appearance they keep doing, which I feel is leading to a lot of unnecessary damage. I hope we're approaching the end, because I noticed the map is getting... The attacks on the other places have all but stopped. The only other one that's still taking the occasional attack is the capture point over in that ruined city section on the western side. But hopefully we're getting close to the end, because I'm beginning to get a little bored, which isn't great, but I also haven't played an RTS game in a while, so... Alright, for the sake of trying to wrap things up, we're going to take the land speeder for another scouting run, just to get an idea of what's where, mainly so I can, again, be a bit more goal-focused. I've moved up the main concessions of my forces to the last safe zone we captured, So we've got Gabriel and our librarian there now, right there. We've got our armored retinue kill squad just doing up some repairs on the vehicles. But like from what I can see, we've got one major base over there. What's back here?
The machine spirit is prepared.
Just another safe point. Another main base, that's good. Good in the sense that we have something to attack. Like I said, that's the objective right now, is just find what needs to be put down.
Engaging thrusters.
Thank you. That was just in my. I just wanted to take a bit less damage, so we hopped the forest walls there. But there we go. We have 2 positions that need to be annihilated. So that will be the next objective. Right, machines are repaired. We've got Gabriel and the librarian. We're gonna let's push to end. The capture point back there has a few turrets on it now. We're building a second one. It's just so it can stay alive long enough for us to hopefully finish our assault. But sorry, I still love watching the dreadnoughts just throw away the things after they've finished, like crushing them and mauling them like an overplayful puppy. But yeah, I want to try and push for the end now, because there's 2 main bases, and there's still the beacon objective at the top of the city up in the far north that we have to get to, so I'm going to get a bit reckless. If we lose troops, I'll just stall and repair them, because the whole lethargic plan has kind of backfired on us in making this take way too long. And it's not my objective to try and make these boring. I just want to try and do a full playthrough for the sake of reminiscing about old games, and also because I feel personally linked to this game, and it's fun to go back and examine it as what it was. And I feel like watching all of it in this regard, that's why I'm not cutting these levels up into episodes. That feels like it would be stupid, a waste of time as it were. Much quicker for me just to simply get in, get it done, wrap it up. A lot of these cuts, that's why a lot of the cuts in the episode, if I end up making them, like I know there are some in the previous episodes, of course, I just don't know what's going to cut until I properly edit, but almost all of it will always be building, waiting for troops to respawn, or grinding up for requisition points to build or produce something. Because I can see, like, this is an older RTS game. I mean, hell, even in StarCraft 2, the last time I played that, a while back, StarCraft 2, for what it is, can be a very fast-paced RTS game. It's actually a little frightening sometimes, honestly, especially when you watch those competitive players. My god. Hotkey connections, combos, pre-planned strategies. They're crazy, dude. Crazy good, not in a bad way, like, just... And the fun thing I always wonder with those guys is, I hope they still have fun playing it, because otherwise, man, that would just be so drab, to have so much... I imagine they have to, because you don't... Oh no, one of my tanks! Damn it! I must have gotten distracted, damn it. Oh, these Orc tanks have too much damn range. And it's these Lehman Russ tanks. The little artillery cannons just don't have the accuracy to be dealing the damage. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I can't remember what I was talking about anymore.
The enemy is attacking.
Bugger. For the sake of pointing out what I was talking about before with cuts, that right there is probably another good example of something I'll cut. That was just me moving the troops into a single area, so it was easier for me to highlight them all and get them all properly selected. Is it fun to watch? No. Is it interesting? No. Is it very finicky sometimes? Yes. So just that's something that gets the snip. So the interesting thing now, I wonder, is will hitting that... I wonder if this is something in the game, but does hitting those secondary bases, the one back there that we took before we started attacking this one, does that affect the game in much way? Like, or is it just objective done, move on to the next one? I like it when games have tangible results, especially things you do in games. Like when it's that whole thing about your choices mattering. It's one of the reasons I loved Mass Effect growing up. Mass Effect 1 and 2, and I did like 3, although I didn't play it until much later. I loved Mass Effect 2 though. Mass Effect 2 is my favorite. My brother and me used to argue about that a few times. We both agreed though that Mass Effect 1's infinite ammo and mod system was amazing. We loved that. Does anyone remember the explosive ammo in that game? Mass Effect 1, the whole the explosive ammo mod that like superheats your weapon. Man, you used to be able to do some crazy stuff with mods like that. Good times. This is the right amount of firepower. I'm glad I brought these guys all together like this. And that Land Raiders, again, I think they're Stormbolters. Can someone help me with this? So, like, it's not an autogun, I don't think, because autoguns are more common, and I think the bolters bolters being the guns that refer to that specific type of ammunition, I'm pretty sure are the ones that are used by Space Marine chapters. Good lord! That is cool tank shot right there, that plasma one. We need to kill those things quickly. But like I said, we're not really going to care too much about survivability anymore. My main objective is just getting in and getting this part done. So if we lose Dreadnought, so be it. I'm rooting for him though now, since he's so low. You know, let's see if he can pull through. What I wouldn't give, like I said, this is an old game, so I'm not blaming it for this, of course, but what I wouldn't give to have a, what's the correct way to describe it? Like, not stances, but, formations. Like, so I could, like, form firing lines or, like, marching directions for them, so they would, form up in specific ways.
Yes, Lord?
Oh, now that all that excitement's done, we'll whip a servitor up here. Great, there's a plasma generator.
Today,
don't really need that anymore, but our resources have been very much in the green for a while now. Or is it in the black? I never really understood those things, but that's just proof of me being stupid. Okay, we've got everyone together. Let's push up. See if we can't wrap this game up.
To me, my brothers, I will crush those who stand before me.
Straight into the enemy vehicles. So this is where they were hiding. Actually, if we roll up on a armor retinue of those massive plasma throwing tanks again, like the ones we fought before when we took the base over here in the ruined shipping section of the city, we could be in trouble. Those things hit really hard.
Take me into battle.
We're gonna go this way first, just to make sure there's not another bonus objective, because that's the other thing why this level's taking a bit longer, is I have tried to achieve every single bonus objective we could. Not just because I like doing it that way, but because, you know, there's a chance of dialogue or some other little thing that we missed.
I will be there soon. I have waited long for this day.
Damn, Predator tanks, they do an alright amount of damage.
I will purge
Very nice.
To me, my brothers.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's
Okay,
finest.
I'm getting a bad vibe now, because this area is reminding me of when we fought the Squiggoth. It is screaming boss fight at me, and the only big bosses I can think of for the Eldar are the Avatars of Cain. Those I think they have like Titans class Phantom Warriors or something, or they're Spirit Warriors. You know, the guys in those giant mechs. Wraith Knights? Is there called Wraith Knights? Or a Farseer, I guess. Farseer and like some ready to throw out some psychic storm and mess my things up. I don't know how to get up there yet. This section over here in the game has been bothering me because that is blatantly a requisition point. So I'm really curious if we just get up there, there's probably some hidden secret or something, and I really want to grab it. We shall see.
Knowledge is power.
The battlefield awaits.
Again, we're just gonna form up here and
The enemy is
basically
attacking.
wait for the enemy to either come out or we're gonna have to march in and probably retreat straight away. Because, like I said, I'm getting them boss room vibes.
Land speeder ready for battle.
On the plus side, I don't want to end just yet. I know that goes against what I was saying before, but I want to find out what's over here in this little secret hideaway corner first, and then I'll go and deal with it. Holy sweet summer Jesus. Oh my good lord. I need whirlwinds. That's what we're gonna do over there. We're gonna get some whirlwinds.
At last, back to war.
Holy crap, that was a lot. I wonder if that area serves as the base for all the troops that come in through the webway gates. That would make a lot of sense now that I think about it. Well, it would certainly explain how it works and all that. That's right, people were using the Skull servo drones. We gonna learn things. Again, I'm getting bus vibes, so I just want to play it safe. So we'll use this little buddy to see what's happened, what's crack-a-lackin'. Could do without the sound effects every time I give him a new command. Okay, there's nothing up here. Ah. Okay. It's some altar. Interesting. So we'll make us another. We're gonna make another servo drone, and we're gonna throw it in there.
I await your
Just
instructions.
hurl the buddy in there, see what there is to see, get a better idea of what's happening. Ah, there it is. We got tanks, we got turrets. I've just kicked the hornet's nest.
The enemy is attacking.
No shit, I'm aware. Fire everything.
I await your instructions.
Truthfully, this is an area where, since the Litany of Wrath, whatever the Blood Raven's damn ship is, this is where I would honestly be like, if you wouldn't mind, since we're not trying to obliterate the area, and our bombardment is, for some reason, so fucking forbidden, if you wouldn't mind terribly dropping, like, a bulwark of just scrap metal and crap that we can use for cover, I would be very appreciative.
My aim shall not falter.
Jesus. Oh, there goes our Predator tank. Damn, are those things anti-infantry or anti-armor? I'm gonna say both. Can we kill one of them? We're not even hurting it.
Advance.
Advance? No, advance backwards.
Taking heavy fire.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
How about none of us die right now? Because I've just lost my entire armored kill squad.
Beware the alien.
I mean, we killed their infantry? That's something. But if my torpedo guys, my rocket launchers would like to get in position and annihilate that thing, that would be great.
Yes, Lord?
Taking hits.
Just in case I cut it out, we're going to be building a whirlwind squad to go and take care of the trouble area that we found, up that secret area over there in the far west, far left-hand side of the minimap. And just to make things even better, the orcs are slowly becoming even more of a problem. Because I wasn't screwed enough. Screwed, in trouble. Up a certain creek that is filled with fecal matter. Alright boys, take two, get in there. Jesus. Just take one of the tanks out, please. You have the ordnance. There we go, there's one. Now you'll get blown up half as much. That's it. Come on. You've been buffed. Now take it out. God, I love these rockets, honestly. I know you're taking casualties, but just shoot. Shoot! These things do not look like they should be at all tough to kill. They're so spindly looking. Alright. There's more. Why is there more?
The Emperor shall fall if I can help it.
Oh, this is gonna be a problem child of a thing to do.
Into the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. The battlefield awaits.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Not gonna lie, guys. I'm a little impressed by the sheer degree of armor and infantry they threw at us in that first wave. I thought for sure we would be able to punch through with what we had, but that just goes to show you that I don't know nothing.
What is it you desire?
Nothing about nobody. This is gonna be good. They use their psyker ways, the Xeno Witch's abilities against us. Well, we're just gonna use high explosives.
Treacherous alien scum. They can hide their field bases in plain sight of our men.
But not from our eyes. Brothers, to locate hidden units or bases, utilize a commander unit, like myself or the librarian. Squads equipped with sergeants can also detect hidden enemies.
Interesting. So they must have activated a cloak up there after we sent the Land Raider up there. Not Land Raider, Land Speeder. But now we're not relying on line of sight. We're relying on just painting the entire area in red smoke and letting the ordnance do its job. Where are we taking hits?
Together to victory.
Yeah, it's down there. I don't care. But yeah, so current plan, current modum operandi is going to be whirlwinds will turn that entire far western area into a bleeding crater. We're gonna have to reform our over here. We're gonna have to just rebuild. We don't really have a. That was a funny sound effect. These boys here, though, are going to be our scouts. So, how much have we actually managed to do? Not a whole lot yet, but that's okay. So yeah, that right there, that's the strategy for over here. Bomb it. Ooh, sugar honey iced tea. I just can't catch a break, and they've got fresh infantry now. They must have production buildings back there or another webway gate that I wasn't aware of. That's not great. Right, okay. I'm not sure if we can hold this, but we'll try. But it's not terribly important that we do hold it, because worst case scenario, we'll fall back to our forward base behind us. And like I said, if we lose that, we'll fall back to one of the other bases, because we have the Whirlwind Mechanic Machines cult base down by the ruined city. And if need be, we can just formulate more and more troops from there, those locations, and bring them up here that way. I'll be honest, they kinda... I don't think it... I think my... Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. I think my senses before were right when I detected the whole, you know, danger area boss fight sense thing was tingling. I don't think this is going to be something as simple as just one big enemy. I think they're going to keep sending out waves, as they have been the whole game, but now it's going to be a matter of trying to push in with the waves coming out. I hope they don't send out too many of those, or it's going to get very problematic.
Yes, most beneficent one.
On the plus side, we seem to have handled it. For the most part, anyway, we seem to have handled it, which is a positive to be sure. Right.
Activating jump.
Gosh darn it, I'm getting frustrated. Oh man, they have done a number up here, which is great, but they still haven't managed to knock them all out. So we're going to reposition the Whirlwind's firing to focus further back. That was a Farseer power. There's a Farseer up there.
Command me.
Great.
On alert,
To my embarrassment.
The enemy must be nearby.
My mind is like a fortress with its
To my
gates
embarrassment.
unbarred
It's
and
not like
unguarded.
embarrassment. I'm just annoyed. Grr. Since we've been pushed back to this, to back here, we're just gonna have to turtle for a bit. Yikes! There's so many dead orcs.
An easy objective.
This is getting crazy now.
Lehman Russ here.
I mean, they did great to hold out for as long as they did, but this is just getting ridiculous. We're just gonna keep making replacements as need be. I know that's the same thing I've been saying since the beginning, but there's literally nothing else we can do over here. It's just... they keep coming. It's genuinely worrying, honestly. But we'll do what we can. What's this? Did we finally manage to wipe them out? Oh, if we have, we can move the Whirlwinds over to help in the north. That would be great. I mean, there still seem to be some troops here, but if they're willing to count the destruction of all the buildings as enough, that's a-okay by me. I mean, stuff it. They're trapped up there now, I guess. Unless the Farseer has some teleport ability she wants to use. Oh, they killed the Assault Marines. That sucks. Yeah, there you go, gents. Hit her. Ah, bugger. No, save your ammunition. They might actually be just what the Doctor ordered for the situation over here in the north, because we can use them to bombard the base without probably getting too close, which would be awesome. Holy crap. They just do not stop.
What is it you desire? Hold formation and attack!
This is getting ridiculous with the orcs. Honestly, they've done well to hold out as long as they have, but seriously, the whole game with the orcs has just been a non-stop wave of getting the crap kicked out of our troops bit by bit as they threw endless numbers at us. Like, you can see it, okay? That's not a... that is... so many bodies. They just did not stop. They just kept coming. It was very orky, to be fair, but just... oh, it was frustrating.
Yes, it will be done.
Direct us to the enemy.
I'm gonna keep it short, sweet. The Whirlwind plan did not work. The second assault afterwards, where we tried to use a Rhino, did not work. So we're just going to throw it balls to the walls this time. Basically the first plan, but we're skipping Dreadnoughts and instead relying on Predator tanks, heavy las cannons. The Marines are there as a distraction, more so than anything else. And on the off chance there is some infantry, but they haven't used infantry since the Rhinos, so I'm confident that it's going to be mostly armor. So we're literally just going to roll up and destroy everything. No more games. Hopefully this will be the final assault. To give you an idea of how long we've been here, there are the bodies. It has been an absolute massacre up here, and I'm hoping this will be the last push. The rest of the army is being very slow. That's fine though. So yeah, see, the Marines are already drawing fire, which is fine, because as long as the tanks survive this, we should be able to succeed this time. There's the webway gates, so we obviously this time we're not leaving until at least every structure is destroyed, because I do not want we can't suffer another wave. Otherwise they'll overrun us. But I think we've manually managed to do enough. Assuming there's not another wave of reinforcements behind the altar, this should be it. But if I was to do this level again, it would be, I would have 2 squads. Besides the Orc Defense Squad, it would be a Land Raider squad, and with some Scout Marines to accompany them invisibly, and it would have the Kill Squad. The Kill Squad's objective would be to literally head straight here, and just be an immovable barrier, where I would, they would destroy all the main bases, so any base that had any building capable of creating units, that would be where the Kill Squad would go. The Land Raiders, they would just capture all the listening points and destroy all the webways. Oh, it's over, thank God. Thank the Lord.
We are still unearthing more Eldar explosives and demolition charges, but we dare not move them. We replace their triggering mechanisms, however. That is all I care to do with such xenotech.
Was this a trap?
No. By the placement of the charges, it is likely they plan to collapse this area, burying the marker and anyone near it.
They failed. Isidore, study the marker and see where it leads us next.
Captain, Inquisitor Toth has arrived.
Of course he has.
Yes, Captain, it is an impressive sight. But I never claimed Chaos had never set foot on this planet before. I said that if something were here, the impending warp storm would eliminate that threat. Best we not remain to share its fate.
And as I explained, Inquisitor, the Blood Ravens will remain until the last possible moment. Until that happens, in 2 or 3 days hence, I plan on pursuing this riddle.
Captain, I do not presume to question your decisions concerning the Blood Ravens. But when it comes to employing the Colonel's Imperial Guard in your quest...
My quest? Yet again you accuse me of pursuing my personal interests. It is my duty, and yours, to expunge any scent of heresy or chaos.
You overstep yourself.
As do you, Inquisitor. It is not the Colonel's Imperial Guard. Their lives belong to the Emperor. It is by his mandate and will that I use the Imperial Guard against the forces of disorder and elevate them in the glory of holy battle.
I see now that coming here was a mistake. If you are set on a path that will lead you to destruction, I can do nothing to stop you. But I won't allow you to drag us down with you. By inquisitorial edict, I am taking control of the planet Tartarus. All requests for planetary resources, including its military, will go through me. Captain, from this point on, you and your men are on your own.
Whew boy, that one was a bit of a chore. But we made it through. We got what we needed. Those orc waves were actually a real menace towards the end of the game there. It sounds stupid, but they just eroded everything I threw at them. And eventually we were down to our bare bones. That when I pulled everything up to the north again to do a final push, if there had been a very poorly timed orc wave, we would have been in trouble. But there wasn't. We did good. I'm going to call it there. I've been Deku Druid, and thank you all very much for watching.